welcome to the Codcast. My name's Andrew Snaith, and we're here with half an hour of Whitby Town. I'm pleased to say we've got Whitby Town midfielder Leon Scott on the line. Welcome, Leon.
Hello, Andrew.
Nice to have you with us, Leon, for your Codcast debut, I believe.
It is, yes.
There you go. It had to get round to you eventually, I'm afraid, Leon. Cool. How are you doing anyway after that excellent 2-0 win last night against Boston?
Yeah, I'm good. I was a little bit stiff after the game, but feeling a lot better today. Iced a few places and feel alright.
Excellent. I was going to say the mood in the camp after that win must be pretty good.
Oh yeah, the changing room was buzzing straight after the game. That's the reason you play football, to be in them type of moods and win them type of games.
Is there a feeling that it might be the result that possibly has us pushing on for the playoffs again?
Like I say, it's definitely a good mood in the camp at the minute. All the lads are on high after the result yesterday, so hopefully we can push on from that and get up there. What
do you think was the secret of the win last night? Because obviously there was the much publicised defeat at Durham, and obviously you guys must have been pretty gutted, as I'm sure everybody connected with the club was. And then take on the second place team in the league and beat them. I mean, what can you put your finger on it?
I just think it's basically the league that we're playing in, the Unibond League. It goes to show you that anyone's capable of beating anyone on the day. I don't think anyone's safe where you can point out that you can guarantee they're going to win, which Durham proved it against us. I think everyone was expecting us to win, and it just didn't happen. If you don't perform on the day, you're not going to win, no matter what squad you've got or what team you've got.
Do you think there was maybe an element of complacency about us possibly last week?
It was, yeah. We were a bit sluggish all over the park, and like I say, you can't afford to give any team at any level a free goal head start and expect to come on and win the game. So yeah, we were sluggish from that, and I think that's basically what kicked us up the backside and realised that yesterday that we couldn't start slow, especially against a team up there. Otherwise it possibly could punish us even more than what Durham did.
I was going to say, I mean, did Harry mention the Durham result as well in his pre-match talk to you yesterday?
He did, but very briefly. He didn't really want to go on about it. It's like I say, Harry's want to say it's in the past and forgotten. They won on the night, so they deserve to win on the night, and we just take off from now and look forward, not look back.
Okay, Leon. I was going to say, I also thought Durham weren't a bad side either. I thought certainly 2 or 3 of the goals were top draw. Certainly the fourth goal. I don't know how anybody would have caught that out.
I know. Well, if you look at the results lately, they've been getting closer and closer, so that them themselves must have been looking at games and saying to themselves, well, we're not far away now, we've been getting battered every week, now we're only getting beat by the 1 or 2 goals. Surely we're due a win sooner or later, and they got it against Manchester, and obviously on an eye came to us, and they carried on the form, and not very often you see 3 goals hit in one game like that there, so fair play to them, they deserve the win on the night.
Okay, Leon. Now, last night we did have a few new players, or players returning at least. Of course, Andy McWilliams from York City. A lot of people have said he looks a quality player. What was your assessment of him?
He did, yeah. I thought he had a really good debut, to be honest. He didn't do nothing wrong all night. He made some good decisions in the game, and he was fit. He helped us up and down there. He filled in when he needed to fill in, and he got forward when he had to. Yeah. And so as far as for his home debut, I think he done really well.
Okay, and also there have been a lot of plaudits about your midfield partnership with Jimmy Beadle. Now, of course, you guys have been in the midfield for most of the season now as a partnership. I mean, do you feel that you really know each other's games very well now? Are you very comfortable playing alongside each other?
Yeah, well, I think me and Jimmy enjoy playing beside each other. Sometimes we'll need to kick each other up the backside when one's not pulling his weight around the pitch, but we try to do that with everyone. But I tend to read Jimmy's game, and I'm sure he tends to read my game now and then. When he goes forward, I'll drop, and vice versa. We try to do that as much as we can. What we mainly concentrate, we had a chat to each other before the game yesterday, and what we mainly concentrated on is what we felt that we didn't do it against Durham, and we were disappointed with ourselves, is push right on to the centre midfielder that we're up against. That was our first job we wanted to do, not to allow them no time on the ball, and then hopefully it'd start giving us time to get the ball and start playing. and it proved with Jimmy's strike.
I was going to say,
the end of the second half.
Leon, I mean, is Jimmy an ideal person to play alongside us? Obviously, he always gives 100%, and he must have one of the best shots from distance in the league. Yeah,
he does. Yeah, he likes to strike a ball now and then, but the ones that tend to go over the house roofs and over the flats, people tend to forget about them ones. but the lads don't. We always remind him of them ones, though. He's always hitting wide. But yeah, like I always say to Jimmy, when he takes the free kicks on and he's blazing over the bar, sometimes Jimmy gets really disappointed with himself, and I just tend to tell him that you took it on, you're not going to score if you don't take it on. So he took it on, and maybe that's why he's getting as many goals as he is.
Absolutely, that could be right. And also, of course, you signed for us from Harrogate this season, Leon. You returned to the club. Are you surprised to see them struggling like they are in the Conference North?
At the start of the season, he had a fairly good squad. Of what I've learned from the manager is he didn't stick with what he believed. He believed in something, and it didn't happen. And he changed it, and he kept changing it, and he didn't give the same team enough time to gel and to play, even though we weren't getting the results. I think he panicked too soon and changed too many things too quick, and then it would start all over again, and then the new team was going through the same patch again. But the players on paper that he had, are very surprised to see where they are, but at the moment I can't see him getting anything out the rest of the league.
Yeah, I was going to, and also is your full thoughts on playing for Whitby now, Leon? I mean, do you see yourself at the Turnbull next season?
I do, yeah. Like I said, since I've been to Whitby, I enjoyed it. I enjoy the support. I enjoy the place. Everyone's there, makes you feel welcome. It's a really good club, and obviously I'll sit down with Harry and speak to him regarding next season. But I do see myself there, and it's where I like to stay.
Excellent, that's good to hear. Now, how does the travelling compare? Because we do hear that obviously Whitby's out on a limb, and I'm sure it's not the easiest place to get to, as I know only too well myself. So how does it compare travelling with Harrogate and to Whitby?
Well, the Whitby, when I'm at home and home game, it's not too bad. It only takes 45 minutes max up the road, half an hour sometimes, so it's not that bad for home games. And again, for away games, I only have to travel around the corner to the Bluebell, so that only takes me 5 minutes, which is good. So, but with Harrogate, we have to travel up to Harrogate for home games and away games, so it was taking 1 hour plus. So there's not a massive difference in travelling, but then again, there's a lot more travelling in the Conference North than there is in the Unibond in away games.
Now, you've obviously played against Bradford and Boston now. Where do you see the title going this year?
I'd say Bradford. I didn't play against Bradford when they played Whitby at home because I think I was banned that game. I had a 3-match ban. Yeah. So that was one of the games I banned. But I did watch them play, and they looked like a really solid side. A lot of the lads said straight after the game they'll win the league, and that's when they were 12th in the league at the time, and they were just climbing the league. Yeah. If I was to pick out of them two, I'd give Bradford it that they'd win the league.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, Leon. We very much appreciated it.
No problem.
It's always good. And yes, it only remains to wish you well on Saturday at Marine and for the rest of the season.
Yep. Cheers, Andrew.
All right, Leon. Thanks very much for your time. And
no problem.
We'll maybe catch up with you again before the end of the season.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Leon Scott there on the Codcast, and I'm very pleased to say that the Whitby Town manager, Harry Dunn, joins me. Good evening, Harry.
Good evening, Andrew.
Nice to have you with us, Harry, as always, and especially after a terrific win against Boston last night.
Yes, fantastic performance all round, and I thought we thoroughly deserved it.
And how would you say it compared with the performance against Durham last week?
A little bit different, but that's football, Andrew. It's, everybody knows it's a strange game. If everything went to plan every week, we'd be winning every week, and there'd be no points lost or anything like that, and there'd be no bad performances. But these things happen, and that's why we all love the game.
Okay.
1 minute and down the next.